Boom! Podcast is back. Once again on the hip-hop scene with an extra special guest. But first, I'd like to introduce my man, editorial director,
Stephen Shaw, TigerFitness.com.
Today we have an extra special guest coming in from Dymatize Nutrition, Ryan Rogerson. What's up, homie?
What's going on? How are you guys?
You know, we're good. We're good, man. We just train legs. Go figure. We trained legs.
They train legs.
We trained legs. It was we did front squats. We did a bunch of leg presses, a bunch of functional crap.
Goblets. We did everything.
How'd you like the gym, man? How'd you like TFHQ?
It's awesome. Very nice gym. Very nice equipment. Good stuff.
Yeah, and we had it all to ourselves too. No like hot girls to like distract us from training. There's a sausage fest in here, which is just how we like it.
I like having hot girls all to myself. Is that what we're talking about, or the gym?
Talking about sausages, Steve.
Oh, sausages. I do not like having sausages.
I thought you said something about the mic earlier too. Golden penis mic.
This is the golden penis. I do not put it in my mouth, in case anybody's wondering.
And well, there'd be an electrical issue. You might shock yourself.
No, I'll try that later. A little stimulus.
As we're getting away from getting into Steven's mouth, let's move into Dymatize. What's new with Dymatize?
We got a lot of new stuff. So no difference in formulation. I know that's the main question that
See, there's the
consumers
old
are
look.
asking.
Okay.
There's the new look.
Yeah, let's back up.
So the same
this is
powder's
old.
inside.
Yep.
So okay, here, let me just put it now. Let me put it into all y'all in perspective. Other than her personality may change because better self-esteem, right? Like a woman gets a boob job and plastic surgery, loses some weight. She's still got the same beautiful insides.
Beautiful heart.
Or ugly insides.
Either way, now she just has big boobies. So this is Dymatize, big boobies.
That's Dymatize
in a sense,
with big honkers.
So we are ready to get Dymatized here. Did you come up with that?
I did not, no.
Okay, good.
I did not coin that phrase.
Okay. I got to say Dymatize. You got to do better on your catchphrases, man.
All right, the old catchphrase was, your ambition, our nutrition.
I thought that was better. I think they need to fire the guy who came up with Get Dymatized.
Wait.
And
what's the new one?
Perfecting athletic nutrition. That's the new slogan.
No, wait.
Perfecting athletic nutrition.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Get Dymatized.
Well, what's up with Get Dymatized?
It's a good question. Just the... Not the actual slogan, just a little marketing.
And there's a window for visible fill. That's sexy.
That is pretty nice.
That is pretty nice, man.
That's nice. You can see how much gains you have left. How much gains do I have left today?
I'm always wondering about that. So basically you have the new ISO coming out. What other things you got? You got the RTDs.
Yep, just launched those as
well.
Look
out. It says clear, yet it's blue. But you can see through it. This is kind of like Crystal Pepsi, hopefully without the same fate. You know they brought Crystal Pepsi back? I was in Walmart in Branson, Missouri, and there was Crystal Pepsi, except this time it has calories.
I don't even know what Crystal Pepsi is.
Crystal Pepsi, that's because
I'm too young.
He's too young.
I'm too young for Crystal Pepsi.
I feel old now. Steve's like, man, that was when I was like 40 that shit came out.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal
Pepsi
was back in the day.
It was 1 calorie, and it was clear cola. And now they came out with Crystal Pepsi, but it's like 800 calories, but it's clear cola. So... as much as I question Get Dymatized, I must say that Pepsi is I don't even know, is Pepsi a bigger company than Post?
I don't know.
So let me tell you, now that we're on Post, I mean, this is going to be all over the place. Favorite cereal?
Ooh. I'm going to have to go with probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Is that Post? It's General
Post.
Mills.
It's General Mills.
Oh!
You're talking favorite Post cereal?
Favorite Post cereal?
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is pretty good.
Have you guys ever tried Waffle Crisp?
It is good.
It messes up the top of your mouth.
Those things are kind of those little. They stick kind of at the roof of your mouth.
But it's good. It's the good kind of pain, like when your girlfriend wears Spurs to bed.
Yeah. Okay. I never had that one.
What is your favorite cereal, Steve?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is right up there. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with it.
We buy the organic Cascadian Farms ones for our kids.
I don't even know what the hell just happened here.
Since it's organic, it has no calories.
Is that how that works?
Like Crystal Pepsi, bro.
Is it gluten-free, non-GMO?
Grass-fed?
With at least 47 grams of fiber?
Absolutely.
Good, I'm all
Just
in.
like a Quest bar.
Yep, just like a Quest bar.
What the hell is a net carb anyway? Like, last time I checked, that's like saying, this is here's my gross penis size, here's my net penis size. Like, at the end of the day, an inch is an inch. Like, a carb is a carb, guys.
Let's talk about penis size for a minute. I was with a Canadian woman this weekend. They do everything in like kilometers and centimeters. And I said, hey, my penis is actually larger this weekend because we're measuring it in centimeters.
Makes sense.
Okay,
It's like 8,000 centimeters.
yeah. So segueing from that.
What about millimeters? It's like infinite.
So anyway, this is probably the most sporadic.
Post is gonna love this one. Now, in his
Do
defense,
we even podcast, bro?
in his defense,
Okay.
he had no idea where this was going. So other than the way, like, what do we expect to see from Dymatize?
We're launching some bars in addition to the ISO 100 Clear.
So bars.
Yep, some bars as well. We just launched an Elite Way bar, but down the pipeline is also an ISO 100 bar. So 2 different bars, kind of 2 different categories. The Elite Way bar is kind of more of a muscle building bar, to where the ISO 100 bar will probably be more similar to a lower net carb.
I just need to know what the net carb versus gross carb is,
That I don't know yet.
because net carbs are the only ones that really matter.
That's all that counts.
Yeah. I don't know who handles labels, but I get confused because I'm doing the math on like a Quest bar, and I'm like, wait a second, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's like it's that fuzzy math.
Yeah, I was just adding that up today. We were looking at those in the office, and there was like, 20 grams of protein and 25 grams of carbs and 7 grams of fat, but only 220 calories. And I added up to 249. But my math is a little bit fuzzy, but I still kind of remember how to do it a little bit, and something just
That's what
wasn't adding up.
calculators are for.
Yeah, so
Can't mess it up that bad with a calculator.
I think, well, it doesn't matter.
hashtag send Questor Calculator.
So you got all that. Any like mass gainers or anything coming down the pipeline?
Just the Super Mass Gainer and the Elite Way are going to roll into this new updated look.
Nice.
Same thing though, same award-winning ISO 100, just a new, killer new look. It's kind of what we're marketing it as.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm excited to see that. Dymatize has been going through kind of a little bit of change, so it's good to see y'all back on the market. Thanks for coming out. We got some epic training going on. Tomorrow we'll be doing some chest and all that good stuff. So let's talk about what's going on in the world today, Steve. What do you got, man? Anything you saw going on in the world?
I don't know. We got the Olympics that are just over.
What do you think about the Olympics, man? What about Usain Bolt, Michael Phelps? Dude's winning like multiple gold medals.
What's he up to now?
Phelps got 20.
20-something?
He got 20 at least. I know he got his 20th.
I just can't get over all those pictures of people with like the little suction things. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
It's cupping.
Yeah,
It's
the cupping.
Cupping?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Phelps was doing that, and cupping is a method. You use a cup and you suck your skin out. It brings blood flow, and blood flow promotes recovery and nutrient delivery. You know what the thing is? As someone who's really big on blood flow and nutrient delivery, I like it. But as someone who doesn't like to look like I got beaten up by a bunch of cups, I'm not a huge fan. Like when I get deep tissue massage, I don't look like I just got like the world's worst hickey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm 35. I haven't had a hickey in.
You don't need those.
No, not where you can see them. But that's impressive vacuum action right there.
The Olympics were cool, but like I don't know if you guys seen this video on Detroit, where Detroit at night. I don't know if you've seen that rolling by on Twitter. That's a big rage right now.
Haven't seen it.
No, it's just like somebody rolling through their car, Detroit, and the ghetto in the middle of the night, and like you see somebody get hit by a car, and you're seeing like prostitutes lifting up their stuff and their junk. Like
I thought that was
like the
Milwaukee.
world is shocked by this. That's just like every. Have these people been out beyond 10 o'clock?
Well, I have seen 8 Mile with Eminem. Is it similar to that?
I didn't see that. I'm too old, Marc.
And I'm still here to say, fuck the free world. You haven't seen 8 Mile? That's a great movie.
That's a good movie.
Eminem should have won like an Oscar or whatever the hell they win, Grammy.
I'll rent a midget prostitute this weekend and sit down and do some Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Sounds like a T-shirt to me. We should we should print that up. Now, I thought the Olympics were great. It's always good to see the best of the best in the world. But you got to realize, like, I was reading an article on post-Olympic depression. We talk about post-show depression. Like, even if you win a gold, you train for literally sometimes 12 years, sometimes 4 years, depending if you did the Olympics before. You train all that time for literally like the average, like compared to bodybuilding, for you guys about the average competitor at nationals gets 15 seconds on stage. Now that's a stupid bodybuilding show for a stupid pro card that nobody cares about. No offense to bodybuilding, but you know I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay, Olympics, you win a gold medal. Like my buddy David, who was on American Grit with me. He has a gold medal and a bronze medal. Like to quote Selly from The Office, you done did something.
You done.
Like, she came in the kitchen like, oh, she done made me mad. I'm like, because you said you done made me mad. And the thing is,
I like that finger snap.
You know where I grew up. So at the end of the day, I think that, like you take all the mental issues that go with competing in like a physique show, parlay them to the world's biggest stage. I'm not talking about that stupid hotel in Florida that every meathead goes to once a year. I'm talking about the Olympics. Every country's watching you. It's been going on since Greeks were running around with their schwanzes hanging out. And you win yourself a goddamn gold medal, or if you don't win, it's like that could have been your one shot. You parlay that back to an Eminem song too. Are you gonna lose yourself in the moment?
That's true.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying is that like, just to take it like, these are the greatest athletes at their given discipline in the freaking world. Like, that is just amazing.
Unless you're that, what was that diving team who just totally backflopped and then they high-fived each other?
It had to be some like,
you know what I'm talking about? Did you see the meme going on?
I was too busy reading stories about Ryan Lochte, to be honest with you.
He's the man. You know who I love though? I gotta tell you what. I don't care if she is the worst loser in the history of sports. I love Hope Solo, and if Hope Solo is listening to this, I want her to be my kid's new mommy. I mean, she's just amazing.
What Star Wars movie was she in?
That's Han Solo, asshole.
Shit.
Hope
Fuck
Solo,
a motherfucker.
Hope Solo is the greatest goalie probably in female soccer history.
Oh, soccer. That's
so
what
they lost. They lost to Sweden, and she called now Sweden was playing as someone who watches soccer as my kids played. I had to learn the sport. Like, they're playing basically parking lot ball. They were just kicking the ball downfield. They weren't really, but they won in a shootout. And so, Hope Solo called them cowards. At the end of the day, though, they won. Who gives a shit how they won? For goodness sakes, we have people winning bodybuilding with synthol.
Yeah.
Like Hope Solo. But Hope Solo, I mean, she's also the one who, when she got to Brazil, dissed the entire country by putting on a mosquito mask and an entire uniform, posted on Instagram and just dogged their entire country. But that's why I love her so much. She's hot, she's good at sports, and that's good breeding potential. Like, if her and I had a kid, that kid would have potential. She's got to be great in bed, the crazy hot matrix. She's like at the fucking pinnacle.
I don't even know what she looks like because I didn't see that Star Wars movie.
Dude, Hope Solo. You know Hope Solo.
I know who she is.
Is she not hot as balls? I think she's hotter than Alex Morgan. Yeah, dude.
Good looking.
Hope Solo is that seriously. Like, I would totally ruin my life for her. Yeah. And any male would. If they say they won't, they're liars. But yeah, I love seeing the Olympics. I love seeing what they brought to the table. And I just want to state for the record, bodybuilding will never be an Olympic sport. So, Ben Weider's going to have to stay in his grave and roll over in it because we have no business.
It's never going there.
It's a stupid fucking sport. Compared to these real sports, like sprinting, like, you're on stage in tights flexing. And look, I'm a bodybuilder, right? Like, I'm retired for like 4 days so far. It's like, I love bodybuilding. We have no business being on stage next to real athletes. I'm sorry. Steve, what's your opinion on that? I'm putting you on the spot, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, I've been in love with the sport since '86. That's what actually got me into this. So I don't know. I mean, it's the judgment sports. It's too much of a fringe sport. It'll never be in the Olympics. It'll never be at that level. It's too many drugs.
But here's the question: can Doug Miller pass an Olympic drug test?
It depends on if Jason Blaha is part of the IOC.
Oh, we straight went there. You know what? So the Olympics. I think we spent enough time on that. I think I love the Olympics. I love it. I can't wait for it to come back in 4 years. Hopefully, my daughter's 8 years from now will be on the team.
Tokyo? You got it next?
Yeah.
Tokyo?
Seoul? Is it? No, it's Tokyo. I think.
I think it was Tokyo. That's what I heard.
It's one of those overpopulated countries, cities.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah. I mean, Obama tried to get it in Chicago. But as with every world affair, Obama failed miserably at that one. Putin just probably shot him down on that. Putin's like, no,
so you're saying Obama couldn't get it in
Obama could not get it in Chicago.
Okay.
I do respect him going that. So, dude, there's some YouTube drama going on, though, guys. Rich Piana's getting a divorce. I mean, who would have thought that a wedding that took place in a sleeveless tuxedo wouldn't last a year?
Does she get half of the synthol and collagen?
I thought it's Nalitol now, though. That's what he's
What is it?
Nalitol.
In his arms?
I don't know. He's saying that's what the pros are using.
What?
I think I saw his latest video. He said something about it.
I never watch his videos.
Synthol,
I just hear. So it's not synthol. So I think that my knowledge of now honestly, like, we're good friends, man. We both need to get whatever he's using in his arms and put them in our calves.
That is very true.
I think we should, I would share it with you, but I'm going to use it all myself.
Here's what amazes me. Like, you see all these guys, like, from Brazil and Ecuador and stuff. They got the fake pecs and they got, like, the 28-inch arms. Like, You ever think about putting that in your small ass penis? Because that might help a little bit.
You don't?
I don't know if it works in the penis, Steve.
I don't know, but I'm just curious.
Painful.
Do they try to put that in their penis? I mean, if my arms
try
are
to
getting
put- I
bigger,
try to
I
actually
might
put
want to
my-
walk around with like a really,
I try to put my penis into things,
Yeah.
not things into my penis.
I
I
don't know.
don't think anything should be entering my
Seems
penis.
backwards.
Yeah, I think Steve's a bit confused, but yeah. So that's the
I'm a
latest
little
news.
gender confused. Don't be a
Yeah, I think Piano will be fine. I bet you there has to be a prenup running around there because I know he has some money. But it always sucks to see marriages end.
It does.
I mean, even though we joke around and I don't have any respect for him because he uses fake weights, at the end of the day, that really sucks because I mean they had to have at least been in love enough to. I mean we're married, Steve.
Yeah.
You've been. I mean, but marriage is like you see. So I can't wish that. Even though I don't not like him, I just don't respect his tactics.
Yeah.
But dude, that sucks because that was
never wanna
someone.
see that happen to anybody.
You get married. Everybody who gets married. Whether it lasts for 2 days or 20 years, intends on spending the rest of life with that person.
Absolutely.
And then they just find out something like, okay, this ain't gonna work. That just sucks to see. I hate to see that, but yeah, I hope everything goes well with that. But did you guys happen to catch the McGregor fight?
I did not. No.
I watched the whole day. What about you, Steve?
I just watched your video.
My video was epic.
You had 2 videos on Tiger Fitness YouTube. They both popped like
A prediction, and thank God we were right because, dude, people went hard in the comments section that we don't know fighting. And I'll be honest, I don't think anybody knows it. Everybody's just guessing because one thing I've learned about the UFC or any fighting battle, it just takes one missed punch in an armbar and you're gone. But, dude, McGregor fought up a weight class, outweighed. His reach was like inches behind, and he still won, man, by TKO, but he won. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Definitely a lot of controversy around him.
McGregor?
Yeah.
Well, he's the best show. He's the best thing to happen in the UFC, man. He's a showman. He brings controversy, and not only that, he's the hardest training dude in the UFC. His training is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, he's out of control. You got to respect that.
Absolutely. Guy works hard, that's for sure.
The thing is, they talked their shit. They flipped each other off during the fight. At the end of the fight, they both had respect for each other, and that's what you got to love about athletes. Mm-hmm. You might not like the guy, but you respect their level of performance. I thought it was a great fight. But since y'all didn't watch it, I'm just pretty much talking about nothing here.
that's okay. I had my
No show
I had my 30th class reunion, so I was.
Is that high school or college?
That was high school. I was
that's
busy
elementary.
fighting off a bunch of women I didn't know, if you know what I'm saying.
You're in a fight of your own.
Yeah, I was in a fight for my life, actually.
That's cool. You can't get herpes twice.
No, but
Oh, man. Speaking of fights, the Olympia.
It's coming up. How many weeks now?
Oh, man, I did a prediction video, so you already know what it's September 15th, right? Isn't it 5 weeks?
4 or 5 weeks, yeah?
Yeah, somewhere in there. I mean,
so you a big bodybuilding fan? I mean, is that how you got in the industry?
how'd you get into the industry?
I actually used to race motocross.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
natural transition.
Beautiful transition.
Yeah, very natural transition. No, I mean, grew up racing motocross, got hurt a couple times pretty good, and always enjoyed pushing myself to the next level, just like any athlete would in any sport. And I think I was 135 pounds at the time after I got injured. And I'm 6 foot tall. I mean, you can
Jesus
imagine
Christ.
very thin.
I think that was my birth weight, Steve.
Yeah. So after that, I again, always enjoyed pushing myself, wanted to put on a little bit of size, and kind of just fell in love with it from there.
So have you ever been into the bodybuilding type of thing? Do you follow the Olympia?
I like training. I mean, I definitely follow the sport, but I don't compete myself or anything like that. But yeah, I definitely follow the.
All right.
the
So
Olympia
what are
stuff like
your
that.
predictions?
Yeah, y'all know my predictions.
I'm curious to see what LeBron's gonna do, but I don't think anyone's gonna touch Phil.
No.
Honestly.
I think Dexter can.
You think
I
so?
think if Phil's off, Dexter will win. Phil needs to bring it, dude. Dexter has gotten better every year for the last 74 years.
You can't count him out. That's for sure.
Nah, dude, he's ready. It's not like he hasn't won the Olympia before. He knows what it's like to win it, and he did challenge him last year. If Phil comes in even at 90% or above, he'll win.
And Kai's not competing, right?
No, Kai.
No.
Even if he did, I mean, Kai has been traveling all year. Kai's probably 30 pounds lighter than he would be on stage right now.
Wow.
If you've seen him in like videos and stuff, he's not like when he came here after the Arnold. That was a ridiculous thing. Like his body was just a friggin' work of art. Like it was like chiseled. I mean, it was chiseled out of stone. It was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. But Phil is just like I saw Phil. Phil was actually. We had breakfast, and Phil ended up sitting with me, Doug, and Sean at the end. But at first, he was kind of chilling with Kai. Mm-hmm. And Phil literally made Kai look small. And Phil was in, but think
It's a
about
hard thing to do.
Phil's just, I mean, but they were probably the same weight. That's the thing, is that Phil's muscle belly is just so retarded. And Lavroni, the thing is, God bless his heart for bringing some excitement, because right now Dexter v. Phil isn't very exciting to me. Lavroni...
And is Wolf out too?
Wolf's out. He tore a hamstring and he got sick. Wolf, they had a picture of him online, and he looked at most like 210. He looked tiny.
Okay.
And these guys put weight back on. They're genetic anomalies, and obviously they have other factors that help them put on weight. Yeah, they're taking the Dymatize ISO 100. They won't tell.
That's it. They don't tell anybody that.
They take the clear too. I mean, that's not even
Take the clear.
Bars every once in a while.
the bars are a little
Can't
too
use
much.
those year round though.
No, you can't, because that'll make them too big.
It will.
So I think Wolf this year would have placed top 4. Wolf's been bringing it better every year. He's the greatest token white guy. No, I think honestly I see Dexter, obviously Dexter and Phil 1 and 2. I see Compton coming in 3rd.
Yeah.
What about Roden?
I think Roden's going to come in 5th or 4th. I see Rami cracking the top 6 and Rolly somewhere in the mix. That's my guess.
That guy could just hit his conditioning, man.
He has a couple times this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's starting to get his stride. So
Yeah, I keep how many Olympias has Phil won now? 4,
Yeah.
5?
4, I think. I think this is 5. I want to say.
So if he goes along the streak of previous Olympians, we probably got a couple more years of Phil, and then waiting for the next one to emerge.
Well, the thing about Phil, you also got to factor in stress. I mean, he just went through a divorce, but you know how stressful that shit can be. I've known a lot of people who've gone through stress of that. He just pretty much, I did a video on this, but he's no longer a part of Gifted Nutrition. However that happened, that's not something I want to touch on, because I know the backstory, I know everything about it. But let's just say that he's no longer a part of a company bearing his name. But stress all plays a role, and Dexter's just Dexter. Nothing gets to Dexter. That's why he always looks like Dexter looks. So I think it might be closer than we think. Dexter might fight him every step of the way.
Yeah. That'd be exciting.
It's going to be exciting. So I don't know anything about the Physique Olympia. I don't know anything about, I know the classic physique and the other divisions, the midget division, the transgender division. I mean,
Bi-curious division. There's so many now.
That's my hope.
Yeah, there's so many.
So why don't we take a break, and when we come back, let's talk about the females, specifically Joanna Wilson.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, welcome back to the Tiger Fitness Podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Marc Lobliner.
What's up?
And
Ryan Rogerson with Dymatize Nutrition.
West Side. It's like a fucking Snoop Dogg show right here. Let's turn this shit hip-hop.
This Packer fan is here with two people from Illinois. It's a little bit of a struggle.
It isn't a struggle. We gave up on the Bears a long fucking
That's
time
good.
ago.
Really
That's-
long time ago.
We have the Jay Cutler on legal insulin, and he still can't win a fucking game.
legal insulin.
He's got diabetes, for those who don't know, type 1. And you know what's funny about Jay Cutler? I know this is a segue. Even in his helmet, he looks nothing like an athlete. You look at Brett Favre in his helmet back in his heyday. Brady's just so pretty. Cutler just looks like a fat kid with a helmet. He's got the strongest arm in the NFL. Strongest arm. You can throw 120 yards from his knees.
He just
Unfortunately,
can't
he's
hit
always on
anybody.
his back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't consistently find a receiver.
Yeah. So, Steve, we have our special question.
A very, very special question.
Very
that we
special question for us.
ask 98.7% of people that join us.
We didn't ask Elspeth.
We didn't ask your fellow Dymatizer.
That would have been so awkward for
That
everyone
would have been
involved.
awkward. But the question we would like to ask you is to go into extreme detail, flesh out the story, props, people that were in the room, your most embarrassing masturbation story.
Man.
There's so many of them.
There's just so many.
so
I can't.
many.
I don't know if I have one of those, dude, but I do have a good one.
I
Everybody
didn't
that
have any.
joins us, Mark, says they don't have
I didn't
one.
have any.
I don't know if I do, but I do have a good one of me getting pantsed, in front of a huge crowd.
That'll work.
That'll work.
I mean, I feel like that's
Did
pretty
everything
much
come out?
everything. So I had on some swooshy, Nike basketball shorts, whatever. And I was probably 15, 16 at the time. And we were walking through. It was actually like a big fest, concert playing and everything like that. And right in the middle, in front of all the people, the song stopped, and my buddy just straight dropped the shorts. Yeah, boxers and all, everything. And right around my ankles, man, everybody was laughing. I picked my pants up, and I didn't realize till about an hour later, my wallet and everything fell out with it.
So it wasn't bad enough that you showed your wiener to everybody.
Exactly.
But you lost your cash.
Everything.
I don't know if I've told my story of that nature, but when I my senior year in high school, we were playing Compton Centennial, and I'm not gonna. This is not by any means a stereotype, but that team was fast as fuck. So they onside kicked it, and I was the wedge man. Wedge man is the front guy in the middle. I set the wedge. Wedge is where you perform a wall to protect your runner.
Mm-hmm.
So for beginning of the second quarter, we scored. They weren't a very good team.
Okay.
We scored a lot. They also had 17 unsportsmanlike penalties that game, 14 against me because I was the white guy. So they kicked the ball. So I run, I form the wedge. Those of you on YouTube can see this. Those of you on iTunes can F off. So I form the wedge. Okay, I'm here. I turn around, the ball's right here. And I'm not a skilled player. I'm a lineman, linebacker, I catch the ball, all I can think is end zone. I look up, I see 11 eyes just coming at me. Like, I remember just seeing eyes and red helmets. And it just, 11 times. Got a concussion, right?
Okay.
Played the rest of the game, because at that time, nobody really cared about concussions. No. Okay?
A little dizzy, just walk it off.
I found out later in the hospital I got post-concussion syndrome. So here's why they knew to take me to the hospital. So I took off my clothes to take a shower, forgot where I was, buck-ass naked, 285 glorious pounds. Walked outside, 3 cheerleaders standing there. My wife was the cheerleading captain. She wasn't there. I was dating her at the time. Walked out, told the cheerleaders, I'm like...
So she'd seen the glory.
I asked the cheerleaders, hey guys, have you seen Coach Scott? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, cool. Walked back in, took a shower. At that time, my friend's like, bro, we got to take you to the hospital. So the next day I get a call from my wife. She's like, that time my girlfriend. She goes, yeah, did you show your penis to all of my friends? I'm like, I don't remember, did I?
I don't remember.
So my first response was, did they have any feedback on this?
That sounds like every day of my college life. Did you show your penis to a bunch of women? I don't remember.
Was it positive or negative?
Yeah, well, for any STD, no, I was definitely positive. Again, my goal is to collect more than, my goal in every situation is to leave more behind than I contract. Then I'm winning. So there's this, similar stories. We don't have much masturbation things going on.
No.
But
that was pretty embarrassing, though.
Yours is more embarrassing than mine.
Both sides, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody actually picked up my wallet, though, so I didn't end up losing everything. It was kind of a plus. It still sucked, but...
Well, I always tell the same masturbation story in every podcast, so I'm not going to tell that, but I once peed my pants in 6th grade, the end.
That works for me. That's pretty embarrassing.
That's all I got. So transitioning from that, we mentioned before we took a break, we were going to talk about Joanna Wilson. This is something that Marc wrote an article about for Tiger Fitness.
And I made sure to state in the beginning of the article, I was very cognizant that I didn't want to offend anybody or in the least bit infer that her death was caused by anything because nobody knew until the autopsy.
Let's backtrack. Marc, can you explain to us what exactly happened for those that aren't familiar with the story?
Before the USA's, she basically passed away.
Now, who is she?
Joanna Wilson is a national level NPC competitor. She's not a pro, but she was going for her pro card. She has a mother of, I believe, 3.
I've seen her picture. She looks jacked AF.
Oh, she's definitely in great shape. From what I could tell, happy, successful. And basically, my premise of my article was not to say that she died of a certain cause. It was to say that, look, we don't know why she died, but, bodybuilders are taking risks. And that's something that we need to weigh the benefits and the negatives. And here's what could have killed her if it is bodybuilding related, because again, we don't know why. Also, funny story, Hani's supposedly pissed off because I mentioned him. If you remember in the end of the article, I mentioned that Hani brings champions to the stage. And I'm not saying he does this, but, people of his stature are basically prescribing deadly drugs, insulin, diuretics. These guys have no medical background. They don't know what these do. And I used Hani as an example because he's well known. I said, Hani's the best of the best. Imagine the second tier. Obviously, Hani's not killing people, but I have had so many people contact me who've almost died from insulin because their coach told them to take it, who've cramped up to the point where they had to go to the hospital because their coach told them to take it. And I just wanted to point out, he's the best of the best. He doesn't have a medical degree, and nor would a doctor prescribe you insulin and diuretics for aesthetic purposes. So what I'm saying is that we're on very delicate ice, but I just want to state that I made sure at the beginning that I stated that Joanna Wilson, we don't know why she died. I don't think her autopsy reports have even been disclosed yet, nor should they. It's a private matter. But I wanted to use this platform, and at least she didn't die in vain, even if this is how she could. Nobody's going to say, oh, she died and she was this and that. I wanted to be able to tell the youth, look, these are real issues. And you have all these idiots online like Rich Piana, like Boston Lloyd, with this whatever it takes, with this 3cc attitude. And what these people don't realize is whatever it takes might mean you're dead.
You're dead, yeah.
And that's what I wanted to get across, because there doesn't seem to be anybody talking and being a counter voice to this issue.
Yeah. You can't make gains when you're dead.
No.
That's a fact.
I think we presented it well, but due to the issue that a lot of people thought it was that, we basically changed the article to take out her name.
Yeah, we just rewrote it. I rewrote it a little bit. For those of you guys that hear the noise, sorry. We're out here like 10 feet from the Tiger Fitness warehouse, and they're wrapping up stuff and shipping it to you, so you'll have to excuse me.
Sounds like they're wrapping the shit out of something.
Hey!
They've gone over it 20 times. That is not going anywhere, guys.
Yeah, that's not going. So yeah, we rewrote it a little bit, and we removed references to Joanna out of respect. I emailed her husband, and everything was good. It's all good, but we kept it more of a neutral piece about the potential dangers of the sport.
And did we clickbait with her name? I'd say yeah. I'm not going to lie.
Well, here's the thing, like, news reporting is news reporting. I mean, information is information, and at some point it's your job to present information. And
sometimes you have to use...
In this day and age, if you present information, you always have the fringe who say you're clickbaiting or you're trying to get clicks. You know what? That's all part of the game, but we're also trying to disseminate information.
And also what we were doing was something positive. We were trying to warn people that this is not, no fucking cliche. It's not a game.
Yeah.
It's not fucking whatever it takes. You can't overdose on this shit and take it back. You overdose on insulin once, you fucking die.
You're dead. Yeah.
You're fucking dead. And that's what we wanted to get across. So if that makes us horrible people, that's fine. But enough about that. I think, and if Hani's butthurt by it, I don't really give a fuck. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, here's the interesting thing I find about bodybuilding and physique sports. Like, at any top level sport, people are doing what it takes to be successful. But most of these, at that level, most of these sports are not taking extreme amount of drugs, and that's kind of what separates the physique sports. These people are taking chemicals, and I mean, you can sit and say one drug might not be dangerous at an extreme level. You can sit and say the next one, we kind of know what it is. But when you have a cocktail of 5, 10, or how many chemicals at extreme levels,
and these peptides and all this other shit,
no one knows what that combination is going to do.
No, not at all. So I think we're nearing where we got to start closing this down. So I think that everybody who comes here, we need to kind of get an update on the most important current event in America right now, and that's the election. I mean, it affects everybody, and just because we're meatheads doesn't mean we're not paying attention to Trump, Hillary, and I think we've already gone over it. They found 15,000 more emails that Hillary did not release to the FBI.
And you said more were deleted, right?
Yeah. So there were more emails deleted than there were actually shown to the FBI. I'm personally I've decided to vote for Gary Johnson. One reason is that he's pretty fucking funny. No, one reason, I just can't, Illinois is going to go to Hillary.
Probably, yeah.
So, I mean, at the end, if it's close, if the preliminary polls show him close, I might have to change that and vote for Trump just to keep Hillary out. Now, look, I'm not a Trump fan. I will do whatever it takes. I'll take insulin. Not to have to vote for either of them. But I mean, she literally is implicated in so many bad things that I just can't let her win. If my one vote does anything, if it's keeping her out, I don't care if Kermit the Frog wins. And I just want to state for the record, I do not like Trump whatsoever as our next leader, but I do like him more than Hillary. And I like Johnson more than both of them because, I think he stands for more of what I stand for as a libertarian. But goodness gracious, guys, have you looked at Hillary? Does anybody look this with an open mind? Like, she's insane.
Well, there was another story on the Drudge Report today, and I check it every day just to kind of stay up on current events. And the story for me is her health. I mean, the email stuff.
Supposedly.
I mean, what is going on with her health? I think, honestly, the email thing, that's a whole nother side of thing. But I think when it comes right down to it, if she gets up in the debates and she starts hacking and coughing or doing whatever the heck she's doing, I don't think she stands a chance.
I don't think she stands a chance if the debates actually happen. I think they need to try and cancel those debates. If I'm Hillary, I'm finding a way out of debates. Because especially if Johnson comes into the debates and he gets that 15%, she's going up against two people who literally have no qualms saying everything. Trump is going to destroy her in a debate.
So they're going to let Johnson into the debate?
He has to get 15%. He's got 15 in Colorado.
Okay.
He's got a couple other states. I think they should. I think there needs to be a third party in there.
Well, I've been for open debates. I mean, you remember back when Perot was in, and
he got 15% though.
Yeah, I'd rather see it where we can get a little bit more information exchange. Maybe not set that bar so high so we can.
They should take the next party. They should take the top three because I don't think Stein or whatever her name is from the Green Party. She's getting like 0.0004% of the vote. Yeah. Basically, the Bernie Sanders voters who haven't committed suicide at this point. I mean,
yeah, the top three would be good with me. I mean, heck, they're unlikely to win, but the point is that we can get some different views, some views that don't always get up on that stage, and maybe engage America, engage the country, engage the the existing two-party system. You
know what really sucks though? You talk about health. Hillary's 68, Trump's 70. Is there anybody in their 40s or 50s that can throw their hat in the ring that? I mean, seriously, we got, those are like nursing home people, man. Why do we have elderly running for president? Like, seriously, why are they so fucking old?
I didn't realize they were that old.
Yeah, Trump's 70 years old.
Oh, shit.
He looks great for 70, though.
Scott Walker's from Wisconsin. I thought he was pretty young. I was kind of a Scott Walker fan back in the day.
Didn't he used to be a stripper, or is that guy from Massachusetts?
No, that's my dad, Marc.
But I think we got it. So as far as Dymatize, we have the entire Dymatize line, whatever's available on TigerFitness.com. And anything else you want to say about the line other than it's awesome and stuff?
That's pretty much it, man. I mean, I think we covered everything. Like I said, be on the lookout for it soon. And, killer new looks and great products.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Steve Shaw, Ryan Rogerson. I know your name. The Machine. That's not a game.